My name's Abbie Breakwell. I'm 18 years old. I play wheelchair tennis for Great Britain, and I'm 5th in the world for juniors, and I'm 92nd in the world for the women's.
Abbie suffers from a neurological muscle wasting disease called CMT, as well as living with a fluid-filled cavity in her spinal cord. Because of these conditions, Abbie has had multiple surgeries from an early age, something she struggled with due to a crippling fear of needles.
When I was about 5 years old, the doctors tried to get me to a blood test, and because I wasn't quick enough, they started pinning me down, and I guess that's just kind of dug into the fear a bit more. The nurses have said it's the worst case of needle phobia they had ever seen.
This phobia worsened when her mum Sarah fell ill.
When she was about 6, 7, that's when I had the major illness. Had locked off surgery. I only had a 10% chance of surviving the surgery, but if I didn't have it, I was going to die anyway.
Got to the fact where we got pulled out of school to say goodbye to her because they didn't think she was going to make it. When we had to say goodbye to Mum, there was a lot of machines and needles and everything, and I guess it takes me back to that a bit.
Now that Abbie's 18, she'll need to have routine blood samples taken for drug testing in order to compete. She also needs to have a COVID vaccination to potentially travel for tournaments, both of which she's too afraid to have.
Knowing that I could potentially get gold medals in the Olympics or be able to even play at Wimbledon would be an honour. But if I can't get this vaccine, there's no career. This really, it's one of my last choices because I don't know where else to go.
With so much at stake, we've sent Nick and Eva to the tennis centre at Loughborough University to help. And the pressure is on because Abbie has a COVID vaccination booked in.
Hiya. I hear that you need our help.
Yes, I do. I mean, I've tried doctors and therapists before, but they just seem to not be able to help that much.
Well, the good news, Abbie, is no one is born with a phobia, so we can get you over this.
Good, thank you.
Well, we'll leave you to finish your game.
Yeah.
And then come and join us. Let's get you over it once and for all. I think we've got a really big challenge on our hands here because Abbie does not remember a life not fearing needles. She's had loads of surgery and she's got so much evidence of why she should be scared. So this is a tough one for us.
The therapy begins by Nick and Eva gauging how severe Abbie's phobia is by showing her photographs of injections.
I can see you physically uncomfortable with that one.
That was probably the worst out of all of them.
She's worried about seeing a picture of a needle. I'm going to show her the real thing in a minute. Really worried about that.
Yeah, I don't really like,
OK, I can see that, all right.
This isn't just a phobia, she's also been diagnosed with PTSD and it's all associated with medical procedures and injections.
In the next stage of therapy, Nick and Eva battle with the cause of Abbie's phobia and try to change her perception of needles.
Never ever has a needle just jumped up and just attacked you because it's just an object.
Yeah.
What's different with Abbie is that we don't know how this phobia started. However, every time you mention her mum and her mum's illness, she gets really emotional and tears up, so that could be the key.
Right, so you got upset because of what you got told 11 years ago, that your mum wasn't going to make it, but actually whoever told you that was completely wrong because your mum is OK, but you've still not let it go.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you'd want to believe a lie?
No.
In that scenario, what saved your mum's life?
The machines and needles.
I want you to look back at the memory now. What's different?
It's a lot clearer, in a way.
And he's smiling.
Yeah.
Your brain's now trying to process this information in a different way because you were looking at it from a frightened little girl, basically.
Yeah.
The therapy session appears to be helping, but will the Speakmans be able to do enough for Abbie to overcome her fear?
She beats loads of people on the tennis court. I really hope she can beat this.
It's now time for this COVID injection and game is on.
Well, the big question is, did Abbie overcome her phobia of needles? Has she had a COVID jab? Let's have a look.
Just wanted to give you a quick update and say thank you to Nick and Eva because I had my first COVID vaccine. Thank you.
So proud of Abbie that she managed to get through this and show the determination that she does with everything in life. Really want to thank everybody at the Derby Arena, particularly the nurses, Anne Sutton, Louise Pearson and Janine Patton. Thank you so very much, and to Nick and Eva for all their support.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well, Nick and Eva, they're just amazing, aren't
Aren't they?
I'm so glad that went that way with the VT. Could you just imagine just throwing to that VT and just went, you know
I
what?
didn't have it.
You're all right. Giving up the tennis.
No, but seriously, that is life-changing for her now, isn't it?
Yeah,
She can go about her business and do what she needs to do.